A humanitarian crisis can turn a child's world upside down. As girls and boys face greater risks, they are often separated from the people and systems meant to protect them. When humanitarian action doesn't adequately address children's protection needs, it can unintentionally expose them to greater risks of abuse and violence. As children and families are increasingly affected by epidemics, disasters, or conflicts, quality and accountable humanitarian services are needed now more than ever. The Minimum Standards for Child Protection in Humanitarian Action, or CPMS, sets out common principles and critical actions to keep children safe from abuse, neglect, exploitation, and violence, and to support their well-being holistically. Since its initial launch in 2012, the CPMS has been used by over 74,000 people in more than 50 countries, helping to improve the quality of child protection programming when a crisis hits. The CPMS has been revised and improved, building on the latest evidence, research, and on-the-ground experience of child protection workers, affected caregivers, and children themselves. The 2019 edition is a one-stop resource on the most effective approaches to protect children in humanitarian settings. It can be applied across a wide range of contexts, from refugee crises and mixed migration settings to infectious disease outbreaks such as COVID-19. The new edition strengthens the relevance of the CPMS through greater emphasis on partnerships with local actors, accountability to children, prevention of child protection harms, and the inclusion of all children, particularly girls and children with disabilities. The CPMS is divided into 4 pillars. 1. Standards to ensure a quality child protection response. 2. Standards on child protection risks. 3. Standards to develop adequate strategies. And 4. Standards to work across sectors. The 6 standards of Pillar 1 provide a child protection sensitive approach to key programming components ranging from coordination to information management. These standards provide a strong focus on inclusive child participation and accountability to children, including their protection from sexual abuse by humanitarian workers. In a humanitarian crisis, child protection risks increase as children become more vulnerable to violence, exploitation, and other threats. Some children face multiple risks all at once. The 7 interlinked standards of Pillar 2 provide actions to increase the resilience of the child, their family, and community by working to remove or reduce the risks children face. The 7 standards of Pillar 3 are built on the social-ecological approach, which demonstrates how actions at the child, family, community, and society level can systematically strengthen the protection and well-being of children. For example, Standard 15 explores a range of group approaches to meet children's psychosocial needs, while Standard 16 provides guidance to support parents and caregivers and help keep families together. No single sector has the knowledge, skills, and resources to fully respond to children's protection needs. Recognizing the value of an integrated approach, the 8 standards of Pillar 4 provide minimum actions for joint programming across sectors in humanitarian settings. Standard 23 provides key actions to strengthen protective, inclusive education, as well as gender and disability-sensitive services. Standard 24, Health and Child Protection, provides guidance on integrated health and child protection approaches, including in infectious disease settings. Each pillar has a detailed introduction outlining the main approaches and how the pillars complement each other to deliver holistic programming for children and their families. Each standard includes key actions, guidance notes, realistic and measurable indicators, key resources for further guidance, and a list of linked standards to promote inclusive programming. Icons highlight cross-cutting issues such as infectious disease settings, refugees, displacement and migration contexts, safeguarding, and prevention. By putting the CPMS within reach of every humanitarian actor, more children and their families will have the support they need to recover and build safe and healthy lives.
Child harm and abuse can have devastating effects. They may impact someone's life long into adulthood. Abuse can occur anywhere, including in sports clubs, dance schools, and other places where children would normally expect to be safe. It's the responsibility of all adults in New South Wales to report to the police if they suspect or believe a child is being harmed. This is called child protection. It's an organisation's response to a high-risk situation. It's often used in a family context as well. Taking steps to prevent abuse is known as being child safe. This describes what your organisation can do so that harm and abuse is less likely to happen, and perpetrators are more likely to be caught. The Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse recommended organisations use the Child Safe Standards to help keep children and young people safe from harm and abuse. The Child Safe Standards provide a framework for your club to help you embed child-safe practices, procedures and policies to help keep children and young people safe. The standards describe what it means to be a leader of a child-safe organisation, how to involve children in decisions that affect them, what policies and procedures you should have, how child-friendly reporting processes help ensure children are safer.